Hey guys, Super Vegeta 25 here. This is going to be my top 10 video games of 2011, last year. Yeah, and it's getting close to the end of the year for this year, 2012, and I'm making this now. I didn't get a chance to post any videos, like I said, so here it is, my top 10 from last year. So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. So, my first one is, my number 10 is Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, same thing. I have both of them. Let me tell you, I played the heck out of this game. I was so excited for this game before it came out. I was playing it every day for like at least 8 to 10 hours or something whenever I had the chance. So I'd play this game all the time. I'm trying to think of the team I made. I had Magneto, Phoenix, and Wesker. That's what I think those are the main people I used. But yeah, the game's really good. It's a lot easier than the older games. Like the controls feel a little more loose and jumpy and everything. So if you fight people online that don't know what they're doing, they're just gonna button mash everything. It's more of a button masher fighting game. It's a 2D fighter. Street Fighter 4 was like that too, a little bit, but this one was out of control. That was the only problem I had with people playing with people online. But it's a fantastic game. It uses, I think, the Unreal Engine 3 graphics, so it looks pretty cool. So I'm not a big fan on the Unreal Engine look, but at least that's what I think they're using. They said it's the same graphics of like Resident Evil 5. Don't know, but but yeah, that's number 10 on my list. Very, very good game, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I would get Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because it's like the same price and you get more character stages, etc., etc. So go pick it up. Very great game. I would have made Mortal Kombat number 10 on my list, but Marvel vs. Capcom 3 I played a lot more than that. So they're like at the same level. If I made more than a top 10, if I made a top 15, I would have like Mortal Kombat listed. But anyways, my number 9 is Gears of War 3. I actually recently just beat this game like a week or two ago, and let me tell you, it's the best in the series. I'm not the biggest fan of Gears of War, but I would get the games or whatever, but I play them. Gears of War 3, it varies a lot more than the first two. The first two was more around urban areas and everything, apocalyptic areas of the game, like urban areas, like broken buildings and all that stuff. This one actually has like desert area, water, jungle, you name it. It has everything, and it does have a satisfying ending to the series. So it leads up pretty good, and you'll be satisfied if you're a fan of Gears of War and never even picked it up. I'd pick it up. So it's a great game. Go get it. Alright, that's my number 9. My number 8 on the list, sorry, I'm reading off a list on my computer so I don't forget what I'm saying, is Battlefield 3. It's definitely the best military shooter I've played since, I don't know, a long time. At least 2 or 3 years. So it's really good. It's the Frostbite engine 2 is amazing. The graphics are amazing. There's so much replay value, more so than Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I gave up after Black Ops. Should have gave up longer than that. But if you're a Call of Duty fan, sorry. Let's get my opinion on it. Yeah, Battlefield 3. They have classes, like, there'll be medic. You heal people and everything. You got recon, which I'm trying to remember. I haven't played in a while, and so much has been going on. I can't remember. I think recon is more on sniping and stuff like that, and then there's assault, which relies more on machine guns and everything. And there's another infiltrator. I think that's a class. I think that's more reliable on like shotgun, more silent kills and everything. This is all multiplayer. The single player is not so great, very boring, but graphics are amazing and everything, and destructive environments that they use and everything. So it's more for the multiplayer. If it's worth the money for multiplayer, in other words. So I pick it up. It's an amazing game. They actually just came out, I think, with an Ultimate Edition or something. It comes with all the expansion packs and everything. Game is well active, just as much as so is Call of Duty. So I mean, I would pick it up. Use vehicles in the game too. That's another plus. If you play Battlefield Bad Company 2, you would know you're in for. Except it's better. Trust me, it's better. So that's my number 8. My number 7 is Dead Island. I actually only played this like earlier this year. A couple of these games I didn't play till like earlier this year, so I didn't have time last year. Dead Island is a zombie game. You're on a stranded island, basically looking away to get off the island, try not to die and everything. Let me tell you, if you're a frustrated person when it comes to gaming and you can't handle dying a lot, this is not for you. But I died a lot, but not as much as I thought I would, as people were saying before I played it. It's a really, really good game. The graphics are amazing. Which is weird is the story cutscene parts. They actually look awful. The characters look dead and everything. That's the one downfall of the game. The story is god awful. But the graphics for like in the game is like better. But anyways, there's so many weapons you can mod. It kind of reminds me of like Dead Rising 2, the second one. A little bit when you can mod weapons and everything. It's really awesome. You know, you can level up. It's like an open world RPG. You know, the game is massive. There's like, I think there's like 3 main maps or something, which is like, each map is like probably like half the size of Fallout 3 or New Vegas map or something. It's pretty big. I don't know. Maybe it's not that big, but it's pretty big. But it's really good if you're in for like just slaying zombies and you want an RPG. I was about to say Dead Island or Resident Evil. I'm sorry. Dead Island. It's a good zombie open world game. Very, very good. Also, a game you should be looking out for is called ZombiU. If you're playing a Wii U, that game actually it looks similar to Dead Island, except you're in a large city, London. So, yeah, keep a look at it on that. And Dead Island is a really good game. It's got some mixed reviews only because of some of the problems I actually issued. But the game is very, very great. It's very good. Okay. My number 6 on the list, I believe, is Shadows of the Damned. Now, this game was very underlooked. No one really cared. The game did not sell well at all, at least in the U.S. Shinji Mikami directed the game. I forget the other guys in there. Akira Yamaoka, I believe, the composer from the original Silent Hill trilogy. I think the dude from Suda51, that's his name. Suda51. He produced the game. So you know what you're in for if you know them. You got the original Resident Evil director and producer working on the game. You got the original composer for the Silent Hill series. You got the guy Suda51 that did No More Heroes, Killer 7, all those type of games. He did Lollipop Chainsaw that came out this year. So it's wacky, like it has that Suda51 feel to it. Has those type of graphics too. It's really, really good. Very great third-person shooter. It's not a horror game. It has like a gothic look to it, so you would think it looked like a bit of a horror game, I guess. It's like more of a horror, I don't know, spin-off spoof or something. Because it's kind of funny. It's very vulgar too. So it's pretty funny. Some great boss battles too. Very amazing game. I love it. Definitely one of my favorites and unique games from last year. Next one on my list is number 5, is going at Resistance 3. This game was very underlooked. It's a very amazing first-person shooter, way better than the first 2 combined. It is one of the best first-person shooters I've ever played. One of them, at least from last year, it was like definitely the best one. I don't know, there was something about it. The controls felt just right. One of the best things is the weapons you got. There was a secondary firing and everything. It was just, the guns felt awesome. And some of the guns they added in there was Ratchet and Clank related. I'm not going to get too much into that, but if you should definitely pick it up if you're a fan of Ratchet and Clank then. But there's just so many things you can do in the game. There's multiplayer too, but it's dead now. Really, there's not many people in there. You can maybe play with a couple people in team deathmatch or something. But the story, it's alright. It's what you expect out of it. It's like, save the world, do this and that, next objective, go to that, stop the Chimera, basic story. But yeah, it's more for the gameplay. I love it. It's like the areas look beautiful, the environment is amazing. It's very sad that Insomniac's not making any more Resistance games, because this game really should have done a lot better than what it was. It's definitely one of my top games of the years from last year. So yeah. My number 4 on the list is Dead Space 2. This game came out in January last year, I believe. I keep thinking it came out like November of 2010 because it came out in January, so it kind of feels more like 2010. But anyways, Dead Space 2, it's a horror franchise. I love the first one. I played the first one a little late. I played it in 2009. Like, I played it around summer of 2009, I think. It's a great game. It's very different because you use these guns that aren't really guns. They're like engineering guns. If that makes any sense. I don't think that's ever possible. The mod, like these engineering things, the material to make these guns, but I don't know. But anyways, the character Isaac, if you guys know from Dead Space 1, he didn't talk. More so like Zelda, I guess. He just made grunting noises or anything like that. No talking, no speaking whatsoever. So, yeah, he didn't talk in the first one. The second one, they made him talk in the second one, which I didn't mind, but I didn't mind him not talking either. Didn't really need it, but if they wanted to expand on the story, so I guess they had to do that. Which I liked, Dead Space 2 is like on the same level of the first one. It's an amazing game. The ending for the first one is better because the second one doesn't really have a final boss. I mean, it kind of does, but it's more like a chase. So, but it's still an amazing game. It's like on par with the first one, if not maybe a little better or just about the same. But yeah, I would definitely pick it up. You can buy it for under $20. Great, amazing horror game. Really good. It'll scare the crap out of you in a lot of parts. But yeah. Okay, going on number 3 is Catherine. This is a puzzle game, puzzle adventure game or something. It's very weird. It's I don't know. Atlas made the game. It's just really weird. I don't even know where to start for the game, but I love it for the puzzles and everything. It's really hard and can get frustrated at times, but it's very fun. It really is. I mean, I really can't explain it. It's you basically go into these dream worlds and something with your main character, and you have to it's basically like building blocks. You have to get to the top to the next level kind of thing. But it's more to that. It'll take a while for me to really talk about this game. It's really wacky. Basically, it's this guy that's fallen for this succubus, known as Catherine, the blonde Catherine of the game. There's 2 Catherines, one with a C and one with a K, and one's blonde hair, which is spelled with the C, Catherine, and I think his fiance or girlfriend, I think it's his girlfriend, spelled with a K. So he's kind of like cheating behind her back. And she doesn't know about it, and she's pregnant. So he's kind of dealing with the 2 of them, and it doesn't go so well for him. But it's definitely one of my favorite unique games from last year for sure. Okay, number 2 is going for Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Amazing game. It's Uncharted. That's what you expect out of it. Very great third-person shooter action-adventure game. very amazing things happen in this game. The graphics are definitely the best from last year. Definitely best graphics, one of the best action moments, scenes I've seen in a video game in a long time, or ever, really. So it's really awesome. The only thing that makes it maybe I don't know, maybe not as good as the second one is because it's a little shorter too, and also the snow environments in the second one. So this one's awesome too with the sand desert, but I'm more of a wintry, snowy guy. But that doesn't stop me from liking the game so much. It's definitely in my top 10 from last year. Number 2. It was almost close to number 1. Number 1, I guess you can expect a couple of games would be my number 1. So don't be trying to kill me over the screen here now, because a lot of people are probably going to be pissed that one of the games that they're thinking that's going to be maybe number 1 is going to be there when it's not going to be, because it's just not. And my number 1 game is Batman Arkham City. Oh man, this game is awesome. The best Batman game, superhero game ever. Definitely the best game of last year, action-adventure game. The controls feel so smooth. I love Arkham Asylum. If you see my top 10 from 2009, I don't remember what listing I had. It was either number 4, 5, or 6, one in that range. But it expands so much more. The world is about 5 times bigger than Arkham Asylum, possibly more. I don't know what I'm talking about, maybe over a dozen. But they use like every possible popular villain in the game. You can imagine the acting is superb. It's one of the best acting I've ever heard in a video game. Very clever story, very clever, with a big twist at the end. I thought it was a big twist, and I thought it was one of the best twists that I found ever in the game, and it was pretty awesome. At least I did. I'm not going to tell you about it, but most of you probably played it though. But if you're interested, I'd recommend this game highly. And I'm talking a down straight level about these top 10 games and everything. That's how I feel and everything. Batman Arkham City deserves the number 1 rank for me for this one. It's absolutely amazing. Go pick it up. You can get the Game of the Year edition for probably like under $50, $30, $40, and you get all the free DLC and everything and add-on packs. So yeah, I know there's a lot of other games. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. I know a lot of people are saying, why isn't Skyrim on the list? I only played the prologue of the game, you know, the beginning of the game, so I never really got far. I had so many other games I was playing at the time, so I kind of pushed it aside. I wish I didn't, but I'm gonna try to get back to it this year. But you know, I never know. It could make it on it could have made it on my list. So, you know, and there's other games that I really liked that I wrote down here that I played from last year, like Rage. I really liked it. Like if I made a top 15, these games would have made it or something. I really liked Rage, Super Mario 3D Land, Little Big Planet 2, Infamous 2. I never beat it, but it was really awesome from when I was playing. Killzone 3, Fear 3, even Fear 3, yes. A lot of people haven't really played that, but it's an amazing game. It would have ranked in my number 11. And there's a couple other games, but I can't really think of them right now. I don't think I wrote them down. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's my top 10 favorite games from 2011. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and until you see me next time. Okay, bye-bye.